Hey, what's going on guys? Mush back at it with another video. If you've been following my channel for a length of time, you may have heard me in the past talk about the Steam wishlist and why it's such a good feature to utilize in following all of the abundant game releases that come on Steam. Steam releases so many games every day that a lot of them fall under the cracks, and over a few months you might completely forget about a game. If you look at it, you think it looks pretty cool, but you don't want to buy it right away. Maybe it's priced a little bit too high. Maybe you just don't want to drop any money, whatever the case may be. But all those months later, you completely forget about the game. So how about a new series, Steam Wishlist, where I'll be updating this maybe every month, maybe every other week. We'll see how it goes and if you guys enjoy it. But in this episode particularly, we're going to look at some of the PC game releases from January. And I'm going to recommend you 7 games that you should add to your wishlist. Best of all, adding games to your wishlist is absolutely free. You lose absolutely nothing. And the great thing about the wishlist is that when a Steam sale rolls around, you can just go to your wishlist and then you have all those games listed. And if they're on sale, you've got that discounted price. It's very easy to navigate, and that's why I love the wishlist so much, because building up and hyping yourself up for a Steam sale, having a great wishlist with a lot of games, that makes a Steam sale so much easier to navigate. Personally speaking, I literally have like north of 400 games on my wishlist just because every other week or every month, I've gone into this habit of I just look through the new releases or some of the upcoming titles, and then I'll add all the games that I find a modicum of interest in to my wishlist. I lose nothing. At the least. When they go on sale, I can pick them up. So without further ado, let's get right into it. And I want to start things off with an early access title that I mentioned in a recent video pretty briefly, and that is Bright Memory Episode 1. Now, when I added this game to my wishlist, it was at a couple hundred Steam reviews, and it was at overwhelmingly positive, but it seems like a lot of other gamers have noticed about this game as well, because right now, a couple weeks later, it is sitting at 4,852 Steam reviews, still at overwhelmingly positive, 96%. So again, this is an early access title that is being developed by one person, which is pretty impressive when you look at the visuals of this game. However, in early access, I believe you only get access to the first half of episode 1. The game is being sold at $6.99, so it's a pretty good deal, and I believe the game itself at this point, from what I've read, is about an hour and a half long. So not a very lengthy experience, but what I'm seeing, I'm really digging, so I added that one to my wish list, and at $6.99, maybe down the line, I'll pick it up. Honestly, with this one being an early access title, I don't know if it's gonna go on sale. More likely than not, as more content releases for the game, usually with early access titles, the price actually goes up. But we'll see one to add to your wishlist with that. Moving on from that, we have a game that was just released today in the Hong Kong Massacre. This is a game that I was very excited for. We go from a game that was developed by one person to a game that was developed by 2 people. This was coming from a Swedish studio known as Vesperia, announced all the way back in 2014. They uploaded a prototype trailer for this game, and it kind of caught fire. Then it went MIA for a very long time. Then it reappeared at Paris Games Week 2017, and that really captivated gamers once again. When you look at this game, you'll immediately see some resemblance to Hotline Miami. It definitely has that presentation style, but it also has some gameplay mechanics of Max Payne. You can slow down time. So when I tell you it's Hotline Miami crossed with Max Payne, that probably gets you a little excited. The game itself is quite visceral. It touts a revenge story, so this one looks to be pretty cool. The $19.99 price point is a little high. It is 10% off as its special promotion as a part of its release, so you can get it for $18. Still, I think this is one that's best added to your wishlist down the line when it is on sale for, say, $5, around that tier. Definitely give it a go then. Based on the reviews I'm reading, it's around 3 to 4 hours long, so just keep that in mind if you are picking up right now, but a game that I think will interest a lot of you guys. Moving on from that, Onimusha Warlords came out earlier this month. That is going for $19.99, and this is a remastering of one of Capcom's classic franchises in Onimusha, a franchise that so many gamers have wanted to see make a comeback over the years. And while this isn't a new game, again, rather, it's a remastering of the very first game. The fact that it did come back, the fact that it was natively released on PC, that's pretty exciting. Now, of course, as a PC gamer, if you really wanted to play Onimusha, you could download the PS2 emulator and you could play it that way. However, I'm okay with emulation when the game isn't available for purchase on that platform. Considering Onimusha Warlords is now available for purchase, it's got some additional benefits. I would give this game a go when it does go on sale if you are interested in it. Do keep in mind that if you are going into Onimusha for the first time, this was a game that was released many years ago, so it's gonna be a little bit dated of an experience. As far as action-adventure titles go, of course, this game has been lapped by a lot of other games, but it's a classic title. And I hope if this game does pretty well from a sales standpoint, we do see RPG, a brand new Onimusha game developed ground up for current gen hardware and PC. That would be fantastic. Currently, it is at 93% positive based on its 195 user reviews. But again, one to add to your wish list, and when it's down to say $5, pick it up then. Another one that's been getting quite a bit of attention, but I wouldn't recommend you to pick it up at this point. Add it to your wish list. It's Katherine Classic. Now, the issue with Katherine Classic to me is the fact that they released this game with all gamers knowing that there's a Katherine full body edition in the works for the PlayStation 4. That's the version of the game I want on PC. Yes, Katherine is a fantastic title. If you go into Katherine Classic, you're gonna enjoy the game, but full body edition is adding a sizable amount of content, and I believe to the point where it's being released at a full $60 price point in Japan. Don't quote me on that, but I do believe that's the case. That kind of goes to show how much content is being added into the game. That's the version of the title I'd like to see on PC. However, if many months pass by, if this does end up going on sale for say $5, we still don't hear about full body coming to PC, maybe pick it up then. And hopefully if they do bring full body edition to PC and people did pick up Katherine Classic, they'll parlay full body on PC with some sort of discount for Classic owners. That would be really great. Sega has always done pretty well by PC gamers. I mean, they've been pricing their games very accordingly. The ports have been rather good. So I think if they do bring full body over to PC, Sega would do something like that. And the bigger emphasis that a lot of people have been putting on Katherine is the fact that this is an Atlas game. This is the first Atlas game in a very long time. We're talking back to, I believe, Persona 1 came to PC all those years ago. But the first Atlas title to release on PC in a very long time. And that is opening the doors for a release of a Persona 5 sometime down the line. So that's pretty exciting. But for now, we're talking Katherine Classic. So add that to your wish list. It's a great game, but hopefully we get full body at some point. Moving on from that, we have a game that I personally was very excited for, but unfortunately it's getting panned by reviewers at this point, and that is Y2K, a postmodern RPG. When I first saw this game, I absolutely loved the art style. I loved the presentation this game was going for because it was so different than every other game. It's described as a surreal Japanese-style RPG, and you play as a fresh graduate named Alex, and you assemble a squad of internet misfits, and you investigate the disappearance of a woman. It has turn-based battle, and again, I really dig the charming presentation. Unfortunately, the reviews have been a little bit down on this game, and even the Steam reviews a little bit down as well. I believe it's sitting at mixed at 63% positive, and that's only based on 36 reviews, so that's a small sample size to work with. But still, some people have been absolutely glowing about the game in the review section as well. With a game like this, with such a mixed reception, at $20, probably not the price to buy it for, but add it to your wish list. I foresee that it's going to go down in price rather quickly because it doesn't seem to be doing all too well from a sales standpoint. Had higher hopes for this game. Thought it was going to be a bit better, but down the line when it is around that $3 to $5 range, I'll definitely be giving it a look. Definitely another title I could see in a humble bundle down the line. Moving on from that, we have a game that I was very much looking forward to. I already picked it up and I've talked about it a little bit, but Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition was released earlier this month, and this is a tremendous JRPG. I cannot say enough good things about Tales of Vesperia. It follows your traditional Tales of gameplay, however, it does have that overworld, so you have a bigger world to explore. A lot of different towns and whatnot, a lot of content, but the strength of Vesperia really comes in from the characters and the story. That's really what separates the Tales games from one another, but as far as that element goes, in Tales of Vesperia, it's one of the strongest in franchise history, and the main character in Yuri, one of the most likable and engaging main characters in a Japanese RPG ever. Japanese RPGs tend to follow a lot of similar tropes with their main characters, and Yuri does not fall into those at all, so for that sake, I really like Tales of Vesperia. However, you also have to add the fact that this was a game that was released initially back in 2008. Coming back in 2019, yes, this is the definitive edition. It's got some additional content, but a $49.99 price point, a little bit too high for my liking. I'm such a big fan that I picked it up anyway. However, from an unbiased point of view, let's be real, $50 is a bit too high of an asking price. Down the line, it's definitely going to go on sale. The Tales of games have gone on sale. Vesperia is available for like $10 to $12 now. Vesperia, say when it's available for south of $30, it'll be a great buy and a game you can invest a lot of time into. From my experience, the PC port has been on point as well. And lastly, we have a game that is literally sitting at 5 Steam reviews, so I wanted to give it a mention to give it a bigger highlight, and that is Moon River. Moon River is described as a 2D adventure top-down view brain-twisting game, and it was released at just $3.99. Even with only 5 user reviews, all of them are very positive. It is a rather short game because it was released at $3.99, so you have to keep your expectations in line. The game is featured across 7 levels, and the player will face distinctly challenging sets of unique puzzles that get increasingly complex as the game progresses. Has a simplistic presentation style, but a pretty cool game if you are a puzzle fan. Add it to your wish list, $3.99 now. When it does go on sale, if it's like 99 cents, hey, check it out. Another one I could see in a humble bundle down the line. And that's gonna conclude this video. I hope you guys really enjoyed this series. I really enjoyed taking a look at some lower key games. I'm not gonna be mentioning games like Resident Evil 2 or Metro Exodus. Those games you already know about, but a lot of these games I imagine have gone under a lot of your guys' radar. Even with Bright Memory, I was a little on the fence of mentioning that because it does have so many Steam reviews at this point. But initially, when I had added it to my wish list, it was going a little bit under the radar, and I imagine a lot of you guys have still yet to hear about it. That's going to conclude this video. If you guys have a request for a future video, as always, you can leave that in the comment section down below, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. And also, if you guys are into MMA, make sure to check out my MMA channel, Mush X MMA. The link will be in the description box down below. Over on that channel, I do fight breakdowns, predictions, we talk news, all that good stuff. And if you guys are into mixed martial arts, you'll definitely want to check it out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate it if you guys hit that button, so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.